So I just completed the first video that coincides with my first assessment, and in this video you will see me attempting to kind of go through the motions of how I would. So I just completed the first video that coincides with my first assessment, and in this video you will see me attempting to kind of go through the motions of how I would take out my gun from the holster on an actual trial run in a shooting range. My mentor wanted me to get really good at this because I didn't really perfect it last week, and I really want to start shooting already, and I can only really do that once I've kind of mastered this step. So as you will see in this video, I think I did a pretty good job the first few times, and then toward the end I forgot to rack the gun, which is necessary for a bullet to fire in a gun that is not automatic like the one I'm using. And so the gun would not have fired, but either way it didn't have bullets, so you can tell. But in the first few tries you can see me racking the gun, and that would have been what you were supposed to do, but toward the end of it I either forgot or whatever happened, I didn't do it. And I also noticed that I wasn't being 100% safe in the way that I was pointing my gun. There was a little bit of waving arm movements, and that could be very dangerous in an actual shooting range with a loaded gun. And as you can see in the video, maybe my dogs were kind of roaming around, and I obviously won't have those distractions in an actual trial run at a shooting range, but it's still something to keep in mind in terms of where my head is at in how I'm handling a gun that I'm supposed to always assume is loaded. So I could definitely get better at that, but at the same time I think I did a decent job of being conscientious of my surroundings, and I think you can see in some parts of the video that I purposely pointed the gun downward or in a different direction. I think it was just the transition periods when I was putting my gun back in the holster that I was kind of a little bit more reckless with my gun pointing. But other than that, I think I did a good job of not putting my finger on the trigger, which is something I really needed to work on. So that's great because that's obviously very important once I actually start shooting the gun with real bullets. So I'm proud of myself in that aspect. I think I finally feel more comfortable using the gun and kind of knowing the mechanics of it and how it works. I feel confident in my ability to prepare to shoot a gun, to prepare the gun to shoot. That makes more sense. And I look forward to actually getting to do that, hopefully next week. So, there you go. What am I doing now? That was not good. Okay. One more time. That's fine. Man, I messed up. You don't have to say go. Go.